Alright, Honkai Star Rail by Hoyoverse. Everyone is excited to try this game out, so let's go! What? Another update? What is Honkai Star Rail? It is a new space fantasy RPG by Hoyoverse. It is not really an open world, partial open world, and the combat is turn-based, like Final Fantasy. Most important part of this game is that it is a gacha game, so that means multiple waifus and husbandos to choose from. The backstory for the game is that you, the main character, was rescued and eventually joined a group of space traveling combatants and tasked to rid troubled worlds of their stellarions. The art is nothing short of breathtaking on the mobile, although most people may be put off by the first few minutes of gameplay as it takes place inside a cramped space station. The 3D models look amazing. Their wardrobe, while not realistic, looks very fashionable. Not every location has money shot, but when they do, it looks really beautiful, with little details to breathe life into the locations. The combat fight scene fills the screen with glorious explosions and flashy movesets. Without it, the turn-based combat would be pretty stale. The music sounds good, it fits the location, but I would say it isn't really that memorable. The English VA does a great job except for the children characters. It always sounds forced and whiny. Sometimes, the lip sync does not match the speech. For gameplay, as I had stated earlier, is turn-based. There are many similar games that came before this, but if I had to do a comparison, it would be like Final Fantasy, minus the potions and items. The combat is easy to understand, such as elementals attack and stuff, but you will get the hang of it in a short time. If you are not fighting, you'll be running in the open world, overworld. Some maps have multiple levels to it, but I miss the fact that I can jump or climb during the exploration, so sometimes it is painful to run a huge detour from one point to another point in the map. Like every gacha games, the honeymoon period is at the start, so we are given a lot of special currencies to roll for the characters. You have a few different types of in-game currencies. The first is called credit. You use it for buying in-game general items from the NPCs, such as cooking materials, crafting materials, etc. While I draw on about the in-game currencies, these are the cost of items in the store that can be bought with real monies. You have Star Legit, which you can use to buy gacha tickets, Star Rail Pass and Special Pass, and items from the in-game store. There's also Undying Starlight and Undying Embers, currencies which you get after each gacha draw. Just like their other games, you will most likely get other forms of currencies for special events too. The gacha rate for 4 stars and 5 stars is 99.4 and 0.6% respectively. Genshin players will feel right at home as the gacha system is identical. Most characters are powerful in their own right, and while we do not know if this game will power creep like Honkai, or it will follow Genshin in keeping the power levels roughly the same throughout all characters. It feels like whatever quality of life improvement that could have gone to Genshin was implemented here in the game, such as the dailies you have to do. During my playthrough, the gameplay was quite enjoyable but pretty linear. If you're underleveled, you can power your way through, as your stats and equipables are pretty important, much more than if you are playing Genshin. If you do not have the right elements to counter the enemies, the fight will drag out much longer than it should. Extreme examples will be the boss fights. The exploration of the world is much more entertaining as you rummage through trash bins and talking to NPCs. Each dialogue is fleshed out, ranging from pretty tame options to the ridiculous. Quest dialogue feels like a natural conversation, but also quite verbose, making me tap furiously on the screen to rush through the verbiage. Gamers who like to play RPG with turn-based combat will definitely feel right at home and will be kept entertained for hours, and as it is free to play, you are free to try it out. I must say, I played this on my ROG phone on max settings for a few days, but so far it had only started once during a cutscene, but it made my food uncomfortably hot. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.